Okay, it is opening day. We're back on a piece of public. Never really hunted public ground before, so doing this more as just an adventure hunt. Gonna be using the kayak to access. Got the Lone Wolf custom gear on the back here, and gonna be paddling down the river about 1.5 miles till we get to the spot where we're gonna hunt. There's one buck back in here that I'm on the fence on. You know, if he presents a really good shot, point blank, it's gonna be a tough deer to pass, but should be a fun hunt if nothing else. So, got one camera that I'm gonna check on the way back. We're plenty early. Once I get back there, I got a card there I'm gonna pull. Gonna hang my set. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we just got out of the kayak. So there was another boat further up the river, so I can't see that he paddled upstream. So I don't know, he's 1/4 mile up the river, but he's hunting the other side, so we should be fine. I don't know, we'll give it a whirl, we'll see what happens. We're just gonna be real quiet. I probably won't do another interview till I get up in the tree. But I'm gonna go up, drop my gear by the tree that we're gonna go up. I'm gonna grab my camera, that way I can check that card, and hopefully we have a good deer on it. So I'm excited about this. Well, we're finally set up. I'm excited. First sit of the year, 2024. It is September 28th. It is Ohio Bow Opener. We're doing something I have never done before. I'm hunting a piece of public. I have hunted some public land before, but not for archery, and for sure not opening day like this, so I'm excited. I just had an SD camera back here, and late summer into fall, I started picking up this pretty decent buck, and he was in here pretty regularly, and I had him up until he shed out of velvet. Had some pictures right after he shed out, but he hasn't been on the camera for about 2 weeks now, so don't feel that great about my odds, but it just still feels good to be in a tree. I've kind of wanted to hunt this spot for a while now, and I can see a long ways. I can see the other side of the river, as well as both sides of this pinch. There's just this natural pinch where a ridge comes down to the river, and it creates a 30-yard wide gap, and then it opens back up either side. There's quite a bit of private on the other side of that, up on the ridge, and they've got food plots and all that type of stuff, so at the very least it'd be a fantastic rod funnel. And I used the kayak to get in here, but it'd be a nightmare to try and do that without being able to see what you're doing, so I don't know if I'll try that, but it's a pretty cool spot. It's cool. First actual hanging setup with the new Lone Wolf .5, so I'm excited about that. Went well. I'm just excited to be in a tree, so got a long season ahead of us. Because of my goals this year, I want to kill a mature deer with the bow without the use of any kind of bait on any of my properties. So, I've got food plots and a lot of work done on a lot of the pieces that I hunt, but this year is to kill a mature deer with the bow, without bait. So should be fun. I picked up a bunch of new permission pieces this year, so I'm excited about figuring some of those out. The one's a big woods piece, 120 acres. The other one's kind of just a bunch of pasture land and stuff. Eastern Ohio. That's another 120 acres between two parcels, so we'll see what happens. October 2nd now. We're finally back in the tree. This is sit number 1 for farm number 1. I've got 4 main pieces that I'll be hunting this year. Got the main farm that I've been, doing all these habitat improvements to. It's a 55-acre farm. Farm number 2 is a small piece I personally own. And I got some permission pieces around that farm that I'm going to consider 1. So that'll be farm number 2. And then farm number 3 is 2 parcels, totaling 120 acres. In eastern Ohio. And then farm 4. Farm 4 is south central, about 120 acres as well. And that's a solid timber tract. We finally had the weather turn. We had about a week of rain from the hurricane. It was finally flipped to beautiful bluebird skies. Feels like fall. The high is down a little bit today, which is why I'm out. Also had a wind switch from a week of east to a northwest, which it's not really blowing true. So I'm expecting still a little bit later action this evening. And I'm on the edge of a pretty steep ditch. And so what I'm hoping happens is, as we get towards the evening, the wind really dies down, and our thermals pull down this ditch. It should cool off nicely. So feels good to be in a tree stand. I'm excited. Been looking forward to hunting this piece for a while now. Still no targets as of now on this piece. There's some really good deer that I've seen around the area this summer on the bean fields, but no sign of them here. There's a couple good 4-year-olds and some really pretty deer, but no shooters. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of an observation sit / if we get a good crack at a doe, we're pretty close to the road.